Welcome back to I'm Michael Coren, and this is The Arena, obviously. Now, moral maze, we often do many subjects, but I think just one for this particular moral maze. A woman called Mary Wagner is in prison because she illegally enters abortion clinics to peacefully protest what they're doing. And she's become a hero to many in the pro-life community. But she is committing an offence, and some would argue the solution to all this is to change and not break the law. Alissa Golob from Campaign Life is here to discuss. She was just looking at her phone. She probably has some secret information there, don't you?
Absolutely, always.
Now, Mary Wagner, was she 39, is she?
She's 40. She just turned 40.
Yeah. And she is in Milton, I think.
She's at the Vanier Women's Centre in Milton.
How many times has she been arrested?
On and off since 2010, but she's been in jail for long periods of time, over 2 years.
Right. Now, there's another person called Linda Gibbons, who's probably higher profile. And now, Linda, as far as I know, and she's probably been arrested more times, she's been years in prison, she walks up and down outside abortion clinics. And that, I think, is easier to have an opinion on because she's breaking the bubble zone, but the bubble zone is nonsense. It needn't be there. There are not hordes of violent pro-lifers screaming to get into abortion clinics. And with Linda, in this case, though, Mary Wagner is entering illegally. She knows she will be arrested. She's doing it because she will be arrested, surely.
Well, it's funny because nothing that she's doing is actually illegal. She is going into the waiting rooms of abortion clinics with roses. A couple years ago, she had little gift-wrapped ornaments for the mothers, and she basically just has a tag that has a crisis pregnancies helpline number on it. So she asks them, you know, would you like a rose or would you like an ornament, or do you need any abortion alternative information? If they say yes, she'll give it to them. If they say no, she won't. But because she's taking away from the business, which is what she's actually...
Before you go on that, because that's the facts here, because she prays too.
No, when she goes into the clinic, she specifically talks to the women who are waiting to get abortions.
Because in court, evidence was given that she, I mean, it's a wonderful thing, but that she prays. The point I'm trying to make here is, because there's a lot of, I think, a rather disingenuous approach about this. She's going in there to be arrested. She knows she will be arrested. And I understand that, and she understands that. But let's not pretend she thinks they'll say, this is interesting. There's an alternative to what's going on here. You know, and there is a disruption that is going on. I mean, I think that is why she's doing it. I understand why, but what's being achieved?
So many things are being achieved. I mean, we look at history, and peaceful civil disobedience has helped many causes, and pro-life is just one of them. Even MP Maurice Vellacott noticed that when he awarded her the Diamond Jubilee Medal a couple of years ago, saying that peaceful disobedience is necessary when there are defenseless human beings being butchered.
He gave it to all sorts of people. He gave it to me as well.
It's still noticeable. Congratulations.
You didn't know that, did you?
Did not. But I think that not only is it effective in helping the women who are actually sitting in the waiting rooms where babies have been saved because she has talked to them in a place that they never expected, but also when she goes into the prison, she said that you know, 80% of the women inside the jail have had abortions, and she's able to help them. Majority of them regret their abortions, and even myself, I was involved in a case because an 8-month-old, a woman who was 8 months pregnant within the walls of the jail was being pressured to have an abortion because she was saying no. She was only given food and water.
You came on the show to talk about it.
Bread and water, and because of our intervention, because someone was in prison, she was able to give birth to the baby.
It's my job, my vocation as a journalist, to ask questions, not just sit here open mouthed. First of all, I'd like to see the evidence of all these people these women who were sitting there to have an abortion and then change their mind. Also, to know that 80% of women in a prison have had abortions is quite extraordinary, because you'd have to speak to every woman and know she was telling the truth. So, I mean, I'm not entirely sure how we have that information. But I have an issue with people protesting, because I do believe resisting what you think is an unjust law is part of the fabric of our culture. What I don't understand is people then saying she shouldn't go to prison. I think, I've never met her as far as I know, but I would think she understands why she's going to prison, and probably thinks it's the right way to protest and actually bring attention to the subject. But why are people protesting that she's actually in prison? I mean, the law is the law. I don't think the police say, oh, great, we can arrest her again. I don't think judges say, terrific. And they're just doing their job. I mean, they can't say the law is not the law. It is the law. We can change it, but it is the law.
But, I mean, in many cases, the judges have a biasness towards this specific case. For example, just a couple of years ago, when Mary was on trial for disrupting the operation of a business, that's what she gets tried for. When she asked why she does this, she was talking about how she has a higher moral law. And the judge said, your law is wrong and your God is wrong, and basically screamed at her that she was wrong and that her moral convictions were wrong. So
was that judge not then, was there not an appeal and she was reprimanded for that?
No, not at all. There was
I thought there was.
It was publicized.
Again, when you say there's a bias, I know a lot of judges, and I also know that Linda Gibbons, for example, a judge said, look, I don't want to do this. But you give me no option. If you just say to me you won't do it again, but if you keep breaking the law, I have to implement the law. I mean, it's too easy to say all the judges are biased and all the cops are biased. Most cops don't want to be there. There are all sorts of people in prison who've done nothing wrong, particularly from minority backgrounds, young, you know, they've been arrested, they shouldn't be there, no one's campaigning for them. I know she's now gone to Poland, or she had been in Poland, and you know, there's a big campaign in Poland, and some of the things that are being said, I have to say, it hurts a bit, because they're attacking Canada and our culture. This is a great country. This is a country based on freedom and democracy and pluralism. And I don't think it's the place of the polls to say that Canada is a fascist state. That's nonsense.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure about the Poland situation. I know that they did a documentary of her there. But I want to just go back to the fact of, are these people just doing their jobs? Because I don't know if you remember his name, but there was a policeman in the 80s who was told to go arrest pro-lifers outside of an abortion clinic and refused. And he refused to, even though that was his job. His moral convictions prevented him from doing something whereby people were protesting an unjust law. And when you have something like abortion that's so prevalent in Canadian society, I think that Mary makes all pro-lifers look bad because she's actually treating this issue like there is a child being killed in the womb.
I think you meant.
Pardon me?
You said look bad.
No, she makes us all look. No, she makes us all look bad because she is actually acting like abortion is killing a human being.
What would you say to a police officer who was told to go to a Catholic church to arrest an atheist who was making a noise and said, "I can't do that because I'm an atheist"? Would you defend his right to not do it?
Well, I mean, there's a difference between someone making a disturbance and someone trying to actually save lives.
And
Mary is actually making a tangible difference. She's not making this. If she's going into a place and has roses, and if you met her, she talks so quietly.
Of course she does.
It's not her making the disturbance. It is the nurses and the people at the clinic screaming for her to get the F out. That's who's making the disturbance.
Again, we have to be honest. Is her presence required? They want her to leave, don't they?
Absolutely, because it's ruining their business.
It's all about
they don't get paid if she convinces women not to get abortion.
I just find the world a little bit more nuanced. You know where I stand on these issues. I don't believe everyone who supports abortion is a bad person, only in it for the money. I just don't believe that. I've met too many who are not. I disagree with them, but I don't think they're bad people. I've met people in the pro-life movement who sometimes have motives which concern and confuse me.
But
I think there's a middle way.
One person is on the right side and one person is on the wrong side. One person stands for the killing of innocent, defenseless human beings, butchering them in the womb, and other people are trying to stop it, regardless of their character.
One last question. What is more pro-life? Raising a family, paying taxes, sacrificing so your children are formed properly, making sure that you're the partner, the husband, the wife who you should be, and going out there in a world which can be very challenging, or being behind bars with, let's be honest, very few responsibilities, and being regarded by some, at least, as a great martyr?
I think that both are equally important, but after 40 years of abortion on demand, we have to do more.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it, as always. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Michael.